Not at all, not at all. Mr. Brennan, I knocked before. You must have been out the back.
Ah, yes, sorry about that. Father Baines, is it?
It is indeed. Began.
Yeah, well, better come in then.
Arthur, you found him then?
Thank you and God bless you, my daughter.
Rightio.
If I say myself, I think I could have had a vocation, either for the altar or the stage.
Look, we're not doing this for laughs. It's the only way to be done with this nonsense.
Omnibus, minibus, minibus, omnibus, and eternum. Omnibus, minibus, minibus, omnibus, trolleybus, and eternum. Pro Giorgio Armani et semper Armani vobiscum.
Yeah. How long have you been lapsed? It's years since they've taken Latin.
When I was an altar boy, it was all we knew. I'm sure it's the only language for talking to a ghost. Tempus fugit in minibus, Nintendo in omnibus.
Hello, Vera.
Is everything all right? Because I saw a priest coming and I thought, you might be having a bit of trouble.
He's still here.
All right. So do you want me to come back later, when you're finished doing your bits and bobs?
Look, just step in. Father, this is Mrs. Duckworth, Father. A very good friend of Ivy's that I told you about.
A pleasure to meet you, Mrs. Duckworth. It's good to meet any friend of the departed on these occasions.
Yeah, well, we were next door machinists, for years. So you could say that I was a friend of the departed.
Let us hope, Mrs. Duckworth, we can now truly call her the departed. Let us hope.
How do you mean, Father?
There's no reason why we shouldn't say it to anyone, is there, Father?
Well, there's no theological reason, Mr. Brennan. I know it's up to you.
Do you mean...
Father Baines has been here doing the business, Vera. Being unquiet,
No creature of God's, Mrs. Duckworth, is so deserving of our prayers as an unquiet soul.
Doing the business? How do you mean?
Well, you can tell it better than me, Father.
People use the word exorcism. Well, I don't myself. I prefer to say that we intercede for the deceased, and with prayers and other things, we release the soul from the last of its earthly ties. I know that you are aware of the reasons for this.
Oh, Father, I'm so glad. I am so glad. Because that's all I've needed, an helping hand to the other side.
Mr. Brennan put it that way himself many a time.
Yes, well, you can tell. Well, I can, because I'm very sensitive, I was the first one. I was the first one she appeared to, weren't I? Only you didn't believe me, but you do, don't you, Father?
But I'm no sceptic, Mrs. Duckworth.
And that's your religion speaking.
Well, it was me that called him, Vera.
Yeah, well, you did the right thing. Oh, I can tell. It's been lifted. She's gone to the right abode. Anyway, if you pop in the Rovers later, there's some hot pot waiting for you.
Extremely kind.
Well, just a little thank you on Ivy's behalf, Oh, yes. You can tell. Oh, yeah, the light's come in. Oh.
Eddie, my old mate, who played the blinder. Hallelujah!
On the house. Best hot pot in Lancashire.
Extremely kind.
Well, you need it, don't you? It takes a lot of energy out of you, a thing like that.
Strictly speaking, I've been told to give it up on health grounds, but with Mr. Brennan being a particular friend...
Well, I feel a lot easier in my mind, and I'm sure you must do, Dan.
We should have said no.
Well, you can't spurn charity. That would be to deny the woman a source of grace.
Somebody said they saw him doing round the door with holy water and that,
Well, they would do, wouldn't they?
I should watch it there. I happen to know she's a Catholic.
Weren't we all once upon a time? Which one's that?
The one you were eyeing up.
They're both gorgeous. What do you say we come off with the two of them, huh?
Elbook and candle.
What?
Mind you, the candle were just for light, presumably. Same as a light bulb. Only in the olden days, they'd have had a candle. Expect it was so they could read the book if it were dark. Are you the priest? Are you a Catholic priest?
Well, I always think a priest is a priest, like a fish is a fish. The flavour of the sauce is another matter entirely.
I'm just going to write that down, what you said, if you don't mind.
Look, I've told you, leave it. I'll give it to Don.
Odds on there's a mucky book in here.
Do you know, you're sacrilegious, you are. Yeah, and you're too fond of rooting through other folks' bags, so leave it.
It'll be his requisites, won't it?
What requisites?
Well, for doing the business, you know, the kit like, for doing all the ectoplasm and that. Just a plastic bag, a book, a flask, one of these here things, isn't it?
Told you, shut it up, it's not to do...
What have you done?
You? What have you done, you mean?
You've gone and broke it.
Ivy had one of these, and it were all it's to earn, you broke it!
Yeah, well, the bit's come off the end, hasn't it? The bit with little Jesus on it. I didn't see where it went. It's gone. Fancy making a cup of cocoa?
Feel my hands, go on,
Give
feel them.
over, give over.
They're like ice. Just like the what first time.
Oh, come on, V.
She's here! I went up to put the blanket on and my blood went cold. I tell you, she's here.
Oh, now, come on. According to you, she was at the Brennans.
She was.
Right, and then we had the priest in to give her the marching orders.
Yes, and then you went fiddling through that bag and you broke the chain.
I have done nought.
I don't know. I don't think you know what you've done. You don't, but I tell you, I do. She's here. I mean, when you think what an exorcism is...
Oh, Vera.
Well, it's a throwing out, isn't it? Can't be very nice. And that's what they've done to Ivy. They've chucked her out of her own home onto the street.
Now, Luke, I thought you were all in favour of it. I thought you told me they'd released her.
Yeah, well... There's a bit of a difference between releasing and wanting rid. I mean, I'm not surprised Ivy'd want to settle in here.
Oh, come on, you're not still trying to give us that one, are you?
Yes, well... I'm only telling the truth, because Ivy's here, I'm telling you.
Look, I hope you're not going to be talking like this in front of customers.
I'll talk how I like.
Oh, will you? And I'll tell you what they'll think, shall I? They'll think you're balmy. And who the heck wants to drink in a pub where the landlady is balmy?
Morning, Betty, love.
Morning, love.
Ah, Betty, love.
So go make a start in the kitchen.
Yeah, and then we'll have a cup of tea when we're finished dinner.
Okay.
Hey, and who wants to work in one either? Because you're going to be losing your staff as well as your customers.
Well, it's made me see one thing different.
What's that?
Ivy being here.
Oh, they're crying out loud.
It has. I wonder what she'd think, eh? She could see me up at 7 o'clock every morning, cooking, cleaning, waiting on till 11 o'clock at night. Well, I know what she'd say. She'd say, slow down, Vera. Slow down, or else you're going to work yourself into an early... You know what?
Well, that'd be all right. You'd be able to go hunting together then, wouldn't you?
Well, we're getting a cleaner.
Cleaner?
Look, we've talked about it. And now I've seen it through Ivy's eyes. I know that's what we need. Listen, I'm slipping across to the cabin. Get him to put a card in, Wendy, you know, for a cleaner. What do you think? 2 hours a day?
It's up to you. But don't start on about Ivy's ghost. We'll never hear the last of it.
Hey, Vera, we haven't got a ghost, have we?
We have. They've chased her out of number 5 and she's landed up in here.
Oh.
Be back in a minute.
Betty, love, don't go worrying herself. It's just some idea that she's got into her head.
Nay, ghosts don't bother me, lovey. They can hoop and holler all the like, I just ignore them.
So do I. But you see, not everybody is as sensible as me and you, Betty. I mean, some folks, you mention a ghost, they're off like a shot from a gun, aren't they?
Hey, there's this little pub that me and Billy visited, you know, in the Peak District. They had a ghost.
Aye.
Oh, a grey lady she was called. She's supposed to have walked through the public bar every night at 10 o'clock.
Oh, she cleared it, didn't she?
Hey, filled it more like. You know, you couldn't get through them doors, people trying to get a glance at her.
Give over.
Every night the same, telling you.
Thanks. Gets a bag of crisps for his dinner.
I think that says it, doesn't it?
I think it does, Vera.
Well, I must say, I wouldn't want any child of mine being looked after day by some chit of a girl.
Chit of a girl.
Well, a young girl. I mean, she can't be more than, what, 18?
£1, is it?
That's right, love. I'll put it in straight away.
Well, if there's any inquiries, send them straight across.
I will. Chit of a girl. Long time since I heard that.
Well, wouldn't you be worried if it was your child?
Well, I believe she's a qualified nursery nurse. And anyway, there's plenty of young girls her age with little kiddies. What are you going to do about them? Take them off them? Can't answer that, can you?
Can I have a gin and tonic and a pint of bitter, please?
OK.
You all right?
Oh, hello, love.
Sorry to disturb you.
Oh, you can disturb me all you like. That's why it's called a public house.
You know you were talking about your friend returning from the other side.
Ivy, yeah.
I just thought you might like to borrow these. This is Haunted Houses in Northwest England, including the Isle of Man. And this is a Dictionary of Ghosts and Poltergeists, Part 1. I did have Part 2, but it seems to have disappeared.
All right, what's going on here?
Look, it's not to do with you. Thanks, love. I'll have a look at these when I get a minute. Now, can I get you a drink?
Oh, no, thanks. I've got my shopping to do. And there's no hurry to let me have them back. I know I'm nearly off by heart.
Thanks, love.
Ta-ra!
Bye. And none of your comments either. You're only trying to be helpful.
No, I was just thinking, Vera. Happen you're right. Happen Ivy hasn't moved in here.
Well, you've changed your tune.
But yes, I know. But you see, you are more sensitive to these things than I am. It takes me longer to tune in, doesn't it?
Have you felt summer?
Yes, I have. Definitely.
Oh?
No,
There must be hundreds of folk that we could help.
What are you on about?
Ivy's ghost ending up here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, it can't just be happening to us, can it? I mean, it must happen all the time, mustn't it? Spirits of old friends making a return visit.
Probably does, yeah.
Yeah, but them it happens to, you see, don't say now, dare they? I'll tell you why. Because they're scared. Scared of what folk might call them.
Like you were calling me?
Yeah, but I'm not doing it anymore, am I? No, what I was thinking, Mike, we should tell the press about Ivy. And then the story would get out, you see, and all them folk that thought they were alone with their experiences would be able to take comfort in knowing that the same thing has happened to us.
When you say it press, do you make local paper?
Not for starters, I.
You know what they're like? They'll just make out a big joke.
No, they won't. No. Not when they know the church is involved, which it is, because you saw Father Riprap with your own eyes now, didn't you? That's what you've got to think about. Yes, Curly?
Evening, Jack. Pint, please. 2 pints and a white wine and soda, please, Vera.
Rightio.
Look, we could make it a condition that they either take it seriously or we don't even let them on the premises.
How do you think Ivy's going to feel? Seeing herself in paper?
Oh, she'd love it. Come on, let's face it, it's better than being ignored or exercised, isn't it? But the main thing is, you see, how it help other people. That's what you've got to think about. Yes.
Pint, please, Jack. Whatever these two are having.
Oh, thank you.
No, I'm all right, thanks, Des, no.
All right, Maureen.
Oh, a gin and tonic, please.
Gin and tonic. Cheers, Jack. So, how's business then, you and Jim?
Good, yeah, we're doing all right, thanks. Yeah.
I've got to admire your mate, I'll tell you. Man who can turn his hand to anything. Me, can hardly fix a plug.
Yeah, he's a very clever fellow, is Jim. I'm surprised he hasn't been a success in his own right by now.
Well, he's been lucky in love, hasn't he? You know, what with Liz.
Yeah. She's very nice.
She is, yeah.
I feel as if we've been traipsing round all day.
But you know, the more I think about it, just don't see our Stephen making a pass at her without there being some sort of invitation.
Look, you said you wanted to know what happened. Now, he's told you, so don't go twisting it into something else. Good evening, Vera.
Evening, Alf. Hang on a minute, I won't be long. Go on then, you can.
What?
Tell papers. Only make sure they do it right.
I will, love.
£2 for it.
Leave it to me.
Yes, gentlemen.
Mr. Duckworth?
Aye, that's right, aye.
Charlie Figgis. This is Gavin Taylor, our photographer.
Oh, right. Come in, gentlemen. It's a bit cold outside. I'll find you something to warm you up, eh?
Well, thank you.
Go through. And don't be worrying, Cock. I'm not going to give you a cup of tea and a biscuit. Because I've had some dealings with you gentlemen of the press before. Been a bit of a media star myself, you know, at one time, huh? Had the Papa What's-its running all over me.
What was that for, then?
Birdman of Weatherfield. Me.
Oh, yeah, right.
Right, there you go.
Oh, well.
No, come on, get it down. There's no need to pretend with me, you know. Hey, and there is a bottle of that stuff for each of you if you manage to get it in the weekend trade. Yeah?
That's very nice, Mr. Duckworth.
Jack.
But that depends if there's a story here.
Yeah, very much so.
Story? Probably a book and a film. Hang on, I'll go and get the missus.
I'd have preferred a cup of tea.
Now then, what are you two up to?
We're ghost hunting.
Whose daft idea with that? Don't tell me. Let me guess.
So, you haven't seen this ghost that's haunting the place?
Do you mean that thing that floats about doing nothing but moaning and groaning?
Ah, that's right.
I see that every day.
Oh, aye. What's it look like, then?
Take a photograph. It's standing in front of you. Morning, Jack.
Betty.
Would you like a nice cup of tea?
Oh, I'd love one.
No. That little bill, Betty, please.
Really?
Thank you. That's the wife. Be gentle with her. Very delicate subject. The whiskey's in the carrier bag.
Presence, you know, like a feeling I got, like I could see her out of the corner of my eye.
But you can't actually see her?
Oh, I have seen her, but not close up like.
Ah, you said, but you've not seen her in here, not in the pub.
I don't have to see Ivy, you know, to know that she's there. I've worked with her for years on machines. I didn't have to look round. I knew she was there, I could feel her. 8 times we had in Baldwin's factory, yeah. You could write down trouble she used to have with him for a start.
Hey, now, come on, Vera. You can't go slagging off a paying customer, love.
Look, I'm only telling him what an hard life she had.
So, you reckon she's here to haunt folks she owes one to?
Well, she could.
No. She means no harm to nobody, does Ivy. No. Well, Ivy, practically a saint. No. You could come and have a sit in our pub with our ghost and not even a shiver up your spine. No. A very hospitable ghost is our Ivy.
Yeah, I get that, Jack. Just a shame nobody's actually seen her. That would have made a story.
What?
You can't have a ghost story on an occasional shiver. That could just be down to rising damp. Back up, Gavin.
Hey, hang on. You mean there's now going to be in the paper?
Well, not unless you've seen her, Jack.
Right. Well, you see, that I didn't want to mention this, did I?
What, Jack?
Well, Vera, you know me, feet on the ground. Didn't want to lose my reputation as a man of reason.
What, you mean you've seen her?
Yes.
Where?
In the cellar.
Well, what was she doing down there?
Well, I don't know. She might have been wanting to know how the pumps work. And anyway, there she was. She was leaning over this barrel, you know. Made me jump, I can tell you.
I can imagine.
I thought it might be able to.
Did she speak to you?
Speak to me? Well, no, she didn't. No.
Oh, well, what did she do?
Well, she kind of turned.
Huh?
So I could see it wasn't just any ghost, it was definitely Ivy. And then she smiled.
Ivy smiled at you?
Aye. I think she was trying to tell me that she was happy here.
Do you know, that's just how I felt. That's just how I felt. You know what? Yeah?
Aye.
Here, has Gazette come in yet?
No, another half hour yet, Vera.
Yeah, well, you better order a few more, 'cause there's good sailing there tonight.
Don't tell me your husband's been up on roof again.
No, not like that. Our ghost, Ivy. You must have heard she's moved in.
Just a whisper.
So has Ivy written a story for the paper, then?
How can Ivy write a story? She's dead.
You never heard of a ghostwriter, Vera?
You're too sophisticated for around here, Mavis. You should be playing the clubs.
Yeah, call it bingo. There's no funny about me and Ivy's ghost, you know. It's not to laugh at, as you'll see when you read it. They promised me a touching tribute to our friendship across the Great Divide.
Well, if I were you, I'd ask her if she could do a bit of light dusting. Because if you're going to go around telling all and sundry that your pub's haunted, you'll never get a cleaner.
Are you after a cleaner, Vera?
Yeah, but I want somebody with experience.
Well, I wasn't thinking of applying myself.
Oh, well, I'm glad about that. Because I'd hate to disappoint you.
Well, I've got better things to do than sweep up after the likes of her.
£2, love, please.
Ghostwriter. Just wait till I tell Derek.
Alma, you want to look at the paper?
You saying my wife's bored, Jack?
No, I just thought you might find something of interest in the local paper, that's all.
Selling them now, are you?
No, it's on the house.
Right, well, if you make these complimentary, then I might...
Well, I wasn't thinking about going that far, Mike.
Never give up, do you, Mike?
What, trying to save a few pennies? No, why should I?
Evening.
Oh.
Mike.
Stephen get away, all right?
Yeah, just about. Mind you, we had to drag Audrey from round his neck, otherwise he'd still be here.
Women. I bet he sighed with relief when those doors closed.
Hey, listen, he's very fond of his mum.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder. He might risk another visit in 10 years' time.
I've done something about his glasses.
Kevin.
Oh, Martin, let you out, has she?
Yeah, well, I've earned a few brownie points these last couple of weeks while she's been whining and dining with the jet set.
No, don't spend them all at once. Take some earning brownie points, don't you?
So what's this then?
Oh, I think they've done Ivy proud. Give her a lot of dignity, you know. Talking about her life and how she's moved in here with her friends.
Yeah, it's really moving. That bit about you being such old friends and comrades in arms over at sewing machines. Well, if that brings a lump to your throat, doesn't it?
Yeah, they've done it really nice.
Vera, you don't really believe she's moved in here, do you?
What do you mean, believe it? She's practically had a conversation with our Jack.
Oh, come on, you're not serious.
But I'm not telling Jack. Yeah, she's always grinning at him every time he changes a barrel.
Not every time, Vera.
Don't it bother you then, sleeping with her around? I mean, I know she was a good friend, but to be honest, it give me the shivers, you know, watching you when you...
No.
When we what?
Well, you know.
No, I don't. And I'll tell you this, Ivy were never one to poke her nose in other folks' business.
Wasn't she?
No, she wasn't.
Steady on, Vera.
Oh, sorry, love. Can I help you?
Just a gin and lemon.
Or just be having a look at that, love, while you're waiting.
Take no notice. She can be a bit sensitive when it comes to Ivy, you know.
Oh, so can we all, Jack. And digging up all this stuff about how she died and everything isn't going to help nobody.
Well, that's friendly, isn't it? Giving you a paper to read. Yeah, well, it's a bit special, that edition, you see. Can't you tell from photo?
Yellow. Thank you.
Oh, it's her, isn't it?
The visit tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, well, they've all come ghost busting.
You are?
Sit down, read this, and I'll get you a drink.
Oh, what have I done to deserve royal treatment?
Just read it.
Yeah, when you've a minute, mate.
You've got a kindred spirit of things, haven't you?
I'll get these. I haven't paid you for today's work yet.
Hey, not too loud. The real boss is sat over there.
He's not your real boss. I am.
Oh, hey, they give themselves airs and graces, these modern women, don't they, eh?
I'm not saying anything.
Do you want another drink, Matt?
No, I'm all right, thanks. I mean, I'd like one, but I better get back. Don't want to push my luck, eh, Kev?
No, he phoned. He always phones me if he's going to be late. He's ever so thoughtful like that, Curly. Always aware you might have something in the oven. So I just said I'd meet him if and when he...
Yeah, same with me.
Well, you have to get out now and again, don't you?
I don't think Jim appreciates that. So, they've got a ghost, have they?
Yeah, so they say.
Well, they won't make it up, would they?
Oh, never. Not in a million years. Oh, it's nice, isn't it? I mean, it adds a bit of colour. Yeah, well, the place could well do with a bit of colour.
Do you live round here?
Gable Street.
Oh, that's not a stone's throw, is it? Which end up ended? Danbert Gasworks.
Gasworks end.
Oh, nice.
Well, it's a matter of opinion.
Yeah, well, it is really.
Hiya. Give us a pint a bit of ale, will you?
On its way, love.
So, where's the man?
Oh, I thought you might tell me that.
What?
Well, he left me carrying the can a couple of hours ago. Look, Liz, I don't want to interfere between a man and his wife. It's none of my business, right? But by the same token, I don't see why it should affect my business either. He left me right in the proverbial tonight. I want him back there tomorrow. Definitely, in the morning, make amends.
Excuse me, Bill.
What are we going to do, Don? Vera believes all this, you know, and it's our doing. That daft exorcist business. It's not going to go away, you know. She's going to turn this place into a shrine. She'll have Jack giving guided tours. And then, just like the papers, everybody will be asking why she died and why she feels she has to stay around haunting folk. This is not going to go away, Don. Unless we do something about it.
Ooh. Hey, did you hear that?
What?
I thought I heard Ivy singing.
No, it wasn't him. Do you know, was the impression I got too.
Mind you, she didn't do much singing on this side, did she? Unless she'd had a few. But Ivy didn't have much to sing about anyway, did she, poor old Ivy?
Ah, well, there you go. You see, if she's singing now, it's because she's happy. I mean, she likes it here. She's with her old pal, isn't she?
Yeah. Hey, do you know, I'm sick of this mopping.
Right, well, you go and have a break and make a cup of tea.
All right.
Ivy singing, I don't know where she gets them from. Sorry, love, we're shut.
Come back this cleaning job. Where's Vera?
She's gone out. Be out all day. Don't know what time she's coming back.
Jack, I can't do it, you know. I used to do it for Bet, didn't I? And wouldn't you like having me about the place?
Come on, I'm not having your fella coming in here thumping me.
Oh, we finished, me and him. Anyway, it's miles away. I'd be ever so grateful, Jack. You're not frightened of Carl, are you?
I am frightened of no one, lovey. But in the pub business, you can't have hooligans coming in, thumping folk, hurting them, breaking furniture and bones.
Jack, you'd not regret it.
Look, love, if it was up to me, but that's how Vera's cleaning that side of the business, you see.
Yeah, but you can fix it, though, can't you?
Well, look, I'll put a word in for you. Can say no better.
You know exactly what it means.
Now then, Kiddie Winks, I've come to put a little bit of work your way. I want a T-shirt.
Oh,
brilliant.
just the one, Mr. Duckworth?
No. A couple of dozen or so.
Ooh, wow.
Hey, Sunshine, don't you be sarky with me. Because if this works out, there could be some repeat orders, lad, and if you're not interested...
No, we are definitely interested.
Right. You get me a piece of paper and a pencil, and I'll show you exactly what I want.
There we go.
Is our Jack not back yet?
Oh, no.
Said he were going on an errand. Bucky's more like.
Excuse me. I'm looking for Mrs. Duckworth.
Oh, you found her?
All right. Well, hello. I've come about the advert in Paper Shop Window for a cleaner. Job's not gone, has it?
No. No, but there's a few after it, mind. Interested, are you?
Oh, yeah, very. That's why I'm here.
Well, you better come through to the back.
Hello.
A medium sherry for Mrs. Bishop and half a bitter, please.
Do you want Newton's, Mr. Sutton?
Please, yes. So with them two over there.
Oh, it's all this newspaper rubbish, you know, about us having a ghost.
The tourists, you see.
Tourists? You mean foreigners?
Well, no, not proper foreigners. Congleton, I think they said.
And they've travelled all this way in the hope of seeing a ghost.
Soft in the head, Mrs. Bishop. There's a lot of it about. Hey, see what you've done now, don't you? You've got ghost hunters traipsing in here.
Hey? Oh, smashing. Excuse me, pal, do you want a photograph and the landlord? I'll put my arm around your wife.
Oh, great. It's all codology, this, you know, just to get a bob or two. That's the tour with this country today. Anything's for sale, including the truth.
No problem. See, I was only saying to the wife this morning. Where is she, by the way? Skiving again, is she?
No, she's interviewing somebody from a back cleaning post.
Not Tricia, is it?
Oh, no, I don't know who she is.
No, she a nice young woman, is she? Good looking?
Well, young compared to you, Jack, but then again, most women are.
You've got a very cruel tongue, you, when you want.
You see, if I'm having a cleaner, I want someone that's going to do a proper job. I could do it myself if I wanted a muck heap.
Oh, no, you want it thorough.
Oh, yes, nothing left in corners. All right if you don't look too close.
Oh, no, you want a proper job. Good bottoming. I understand.
Are you local?
Quite local. Gable Street.
Oh, Gable Street. Well, that's not too far, is it? But then again, it's not too close. I'd hate that. I'd never have anybody from this street. You see, being a cleaner, well, you see things. You might hear me and my husband talking business-like, and I'd hate it repeating, I would.
Oh, no, it's a position of trust. A cleaner.
It is. And they're nosy enough in this street. Oh, yes, without them knowing what I had for my tea, and who said what to who and when. And they're getting funny, you know. A young couple moved in our old house, and... How's your nerves?
Fine.
Good. It's just that we've got a spirit, you know, from the other side. A ghost, like.
Oh, yeah, I read about it in the paper. Doesn't bother me.
Well, it shouldn't. She was a friend of mine. A good soul. In fact, she was the best friend I've ever had.
It's always the best that get taken.
It is. It is. Oh, Vera, this is my husband. He's all right once you get to know him.
Pleased to meet you.
Come for the job, have you? Hey, when can he start?
Tomorrow, if you want.
Hey, hang on a minute. Not settled yet. Unless Mrs.
Smedley.
Mrs. Smedley wants it.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Welcome aboard, lovey.
Right, I'm off to the shop. Few bits I want.
Oh, come on, Vera, why don't you do that when we're shut? I mean, I'm on my own, we might get a rush on.
Well, stop moaning. Raquel will be here in a minute. Hey, look at this floor, Jack. I've mopped this for the last time. Getting it clean, I would have thought it. Do you know it's made me feel somebody? Oh, are you, Don? Come visiting your Ivy, have you?
A bit early doors, Don, lad. What can I do for you?
No, I've been for a drink late, so I just wanted a quiet word before you get busy about Ivy's so-called ghost.
Oh, God bless her. She's done more for me dead than she ever did alive.
Look, mate, how can I put this? Oh, Beckett, that exorcism we told you about, it was a load of baloney.
I know.
Yeah, and the so-called priest... Eh?
Well, it's all baloney, isn't it, all this ghost stuff, but I like it. It's bringing trading, kid.
Oh. Well, how do you feel like that? There you are. The trouble is that Vera believes it, doesn't she? Yeah. She thinks that Ivy's ghost has somehow, not that it ever existed, has somehow got from our house to here. Yeah. And, well, me and Josie, it bothers us. I mean, we're supposed to be friends.
Doesn't bother me, and I'm her husband.
Vera!
Oh, hiya, Tricia. Hey, you like a stranger?
I was just on my way to see you at the Rovers. So what do you think, then?
What about?
About me working for you. Cleaning for you at Rovers.
Were you interested? I wish I'd have known.
Well, I told Jack about it, didn't he tell you?
Never said a word. And I've set somebody on now. I interviewed her this afternoon. She starts tomorrow. Oh, never mind, love. You'll get something, you'll see.
Amen.
You rat!
Hey?
You said you'd put a word in for me, didn't you? But you didn't, though, did you?
Well, you see, she's a very awkward woman, our Vera. You've got a box clever with you, see, so I wasn't going to mention it till tonight.
I'm going to write to Carl and tell him you've been pestering me. Oh, you wait till he gets out.
Hey, now, come on, Bill, be fair.
Oh. What have you been doing to her?
Nothing, and I will swear to that. I'm going to get lumbered. There's no dealing with some women, you know. You women just do not understand what us men go through. No wonder we die first.
There you go. Told you it'd happen by this evening.
Right, let's have a look.
Is this what you wanted, Jack?
Take a look at the back as well.
Hey, that's knockout, that. I thought that up out my own head, you know. Will you wear one of these, won't you, love?
Well, I suppose I could do.
Well, I'll be wearing one, so you'll be in good company. Do you know, before I've done, this haunted pub of mine is going to be world famous.
Want to buy them then?
Of course they will. We'll do a burst of love.
I'm not going to wear this day in, day out, you know, I'm just not.
No, not all the time, no. Tell you what, Vera, she looks well in it, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does.
They do say that they look even better, T-shirts, when they're wet.
And that you can put right out of your mind.
Yes, you can.
Look, Vic, it was all a joke, that wet T-shirt.
Yeah, well, I know your jokes. What worries me is how's Ivy going to take it?
Hey?
Well, what's she going to think, eh? What will she say?
Well, I'll tell you what, if she comes through and manifests herself and starts complaining about the T-shirts, I'll get rid. That sound fair enough to you, look? Yeah, my son. Great. Thanks very much.
Give us a pint, Jack and Josie.
I'll have half a lager. I'll just have a word with him.
Hey, Don. You seen the T-shirts? Sold 3 already. Good old Ivy.
Yes. Have you told Vera about the phony exorcism?
Have I, Eckers? Like, you don't tell Vera the truth.
Well, I better tell you then. Josie is putting us straight right now.
Oh, what do you mean, a fake?
It wasn't a real exorcism. Yeah. There is such a thing.
Here we are. I saw the priest.
No priest, Vera. Just an old pal of mine having a bit of fun. Not that it started this one. I mean, we just wanted to put your mind at rest.
Did you know about this?
No. But when you say no, I mean, do we know anything for sure? I mean, we all have our own beliefs, don't we? And Lovey, if you want to believe that Ivy is here with us in spirit...
Well, you try, Pound.
Well, it's done us no harm. We got that bit in the paper. It's brought us a lot of business, hasn't it?
Look, she were my friend, don't you understand that? All you're interested in is selling more ale and them silly T-shirts.
They're not silly.
Vera, love. It's...
Don't you Vera love me. So she's not here then?
No, that's what we're telling you. So you've no need to worry about the place being haunted.
I weren't worried. I liked having her here. And you told me you'd seen her.
Glimpsed. Glimpsed, I think I said, and I must have been wrong.
You said you heard her singing this morning.
Oh, well...
You plonker. Wanted a T-shirt wet, did you? Here, you've got one now. Mine. Yes, well, you shouldn't have done it. It's not right.
The thing is, Vera, we just got fed up of people treating my place like the haunted house or something.
Yeah, it was upsetting me. I mean, I just wanted to stop it.
But you didn't, though, did you? You just shifted it in here.
Yes, but that was good for us. I mean, the point is, this pub now is on the map. We are the haunted pub.
We haven't got a ghost.
It doesn't matter. The punters flock in here, they're enjoying themselves, and we earn a few bob. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, well, I suppose so. Hey, but if that exorcism were all codology, that means you're still there, Ivy, in your house.
Oh, let it drop, Vera.